The Style Jaunt concept to me is about bringing two totally different bloggers together. Oftentimes you haven't met each other before, so you're kind of making a new friend and discovering a totally new city together.
I started fashion blogging because I really needed something to do on my own. So I started a vintage clothing store, and then I started blogging about the pieces. It evolved into a full-time personal style blog. It's called Xander Vintage.
Alana, she has really cool style. She has a great Instagram, beautiful photos, and her captions were really funny, so I was certain that we would find a way to get along.
I wasn't very familiar with Gracie, but I was so excited to just go on this venture with her.
Any trip, especially with Style Jaunt, it's all about finding what's local, what's unique, what's independent to the cities.
Why do you think vintage clothing is just so popular in Glasgow?
Well, I'd say Glasgow has always had kind of the history because of the art school and because of the university. There's like a really vibrant kind of student culture, and we kind of get people from like children to people up to their 90s, and kind of men who still kind of in their 80s still wear like proper full kind of Harris tweed.
I love how the pieces aren't just from the early 90s, they're actual vintage pieces, pieces from the 50s and 60s and 70s.
It's an Irish dancing dress, I think it's from the 70s, and obviously it's got like just amazing hand embroidery, and usually these are like kind of made for competitions and like £500. And I just think it's a really special one.
It's in amazing condition too.
Yeah,
Alana, I feel like this has your name.
I was just thinking, I really want to try that on. I want to try that on. Okay, perfect.
We've been in this store for 3 years. The business started in 2011 with Jolene Colburn, the business owner. She moved over from California when she married and met a Scottish man and came over to have her child. So she collected a lot of vintage when Roddy was a baby and got so much she needed to start a store. So
this place is actually named after her son?
It's named after her son, Roddy.
I would have gone crazy in the store if I was shopping for my own child. Everything is really, really cute. Everything is good quality. It has like a serious coolness factor.
I noticed that beyond the clothing, you've got a lot of like toys and home stuff. I mean, it even kind of seems like there's things I could buy even though I don't have a kid.
Yeah, it really is. We didn't intend to do it that way, but we do, like anything that could be slightly childlike, maybe bring back memories for people, tends to sell really well.
There's a major rock and roll theme that I find very, very unique, and that's what draws me in. And plus, Glasgow has a huge music scene and a vintage scene, so to combine the two is really, really different.
We like to hand select a lot of vintage stock. We kind of choose certain eras that are maybe we think have real standout pieces. So we hand select from Germany. We have a warehouse in London we picked some 80s pieces from. So we like to have very special pieces that are unique to us and that we think a lot of our clientele will enjoy.
What's the most popular decade?
Right now it's the 80s. Everyone loves the oversized, real kind of funky pieces that they can, it's almost like sports fashion, like a piece like this that's quite fine. You can play with the colour.
The selection at Niche Optical Tailor is pretty incredible.
Glasgow's the perfect. We love something different. We love being a bit eclectic and having our own styles. And we're such a tiny store, so to have such a big following, it's really nice, really good. A festival if you don't want to take up too much space.
Well, as a truly Canadian girl, I do love whiskey, so I'm very excited to be in Scotland and get to try Scotch. We are heading to Ben Nevis, where there's over 200 different kinds. I highly doubt I would get through all of those, but it would be really great to learn from the locals, you know, what they love and all about the different Scotch.